Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Previously, on Friday Night Quests, our heroes try to join a rebellion, only to find themselves in its crosshairs. After surviving a brutal attack, the party is wounded, wary, and looking for answers.
This was such a fun party. I wish
Ivy, this is not how the party was supposed to go.
I'm holding like a blood-spattered crossbow, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
I come walking through
And
the
I
door
stow it.
with the dude over my shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I mean, Phineus did ask me to come, and you guys look like you're having such a fun time.
This looks fun to you. 4, 5 dead people look fun to you.
Well, this is how we've spent all our time together so far.
I mean, not most of it.
Yeah, oh my god.
I feel like most of it we've been doing talking and going places and going to a lot of dinner parties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when we do things, we're fighting.
I mean, danger does happen to follow us. We're kind of like a danger zone.
Do we need to question this person before he dies?
Yes.
All right, put him on the dining room table.
Can that be our group name, the Danger Zone?
I thought it was Moist Boys.
The moist boy danger zone.
The Moist Boy Danger Zone.
The Moist Boys : Danger Zone.
Yes. Colon Danger Zone.
MBDZ.
No.
Welcome to MBDZ with MFNQ. We're the Moist Boys, and this is a danger zone.
Every other Monday.
Oh my god.
Colon Danger. Yeah, he's on the dining room table. He's not dead.
He's not dead.
So
I poke him.
He doesn't react to it. Well,
Okay.
where do you
who
poke
is this
him?
on the table?
I poke him on the
the
cheek.
Kusarigama guy.
Oh,
the
you
face
just incapacitated
He's
him.
paralyzed,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, paralyzed. I grab him by the scruff. Tell us what you know.
He doesn't say anything.
Oh,
Is he dead?
no, he's
No,
paralyzed.
he's alive.
Okay.
his
I'm
mind.
gonna do some magics. So I'm going to cast level 2 detect thoughts. So I'm gonna rub again in my pocket a piece of copper material. And I assume for his, like, I guess nothing affects him really, but like my sound when this happens, because Phineus relates a lot of things to sound because he's a bard, is like, it's like when the orchestra kind of like powers down, like and like focuses in on someone, and basically picking up the top of the thoughts off the top of his head. Before I ask him anything, is there anything running through the top of his head?
He's thinking about what a miscalculation this was.
I go walk over to the door and place it in the hole the horse made so we can have some privacy.
Wait, is it in the shape of a horse? Like
Yeah, I think
cartoon
so.
style, like it jumped through?
And then I see somebody walking by and I'm like, we're having a wonderful party in here.
Make a deception check.
Oh, that's pretty good. 19 plus my deception.
Holy shit, yes.
Yeah, so.
I did say we were having a good time.
How are we going to see Lord Devereaux after this?
How are we going to see Belinda?
No, the nobles get down in weird ways up
that
here.
might turn Lady Thorne on, TBH.
You can turn into what?
We already discussed that.
we did.
Okay, so I step up to him. You really did miscalculate this encounter. Now, what is this weapon that Braun was talking about that you found?
Mm-hmm.
You see a man in orange garb, armored, but you recognize this clothing as the military. The same orange, after a fashion, that Bjorn Bay was wearing at the dinner party. But this, instead of being the formal wear, is the active military wear.
Mm-hmm.
Tall man, shaved head, probably in his late 30s, holding a warhammer. And the warhammer is etched from head to stem with glowing blue runes. And this feeling of dread that you know is the reflection of the feeling that Riker, the man whose mind you're in, felt. You know that this is not your fear, but it feels very real. You feel this iron in your mouth, the hackles raising on the back of your neck. This weapon exudes fear.
I get in close and grab him by the scruff of his clothes and pull him in. What is the man with the hammer going to do?
So your hands go over her hands? Because she's got a scruff too.
We're double scruffing it.
I like how little you are too, like a little halfling just like right in his face.
Hands over top.
Tell me what you know. Stop lying to me.
Sound. That's belittling to halflings.
You asked what the man with the hammer was planning. You see a meeting of these soldiers, men dressed just like Aldo, this man, this bald man with the weapon. You see the men that you slayed here in this room, standing in that meeting chamber. It's in this tower, this blown out structure. Half of the building on one side is collapsed, and you can see the sands of the desert flecked with snow outside. They're standing around a table sketched with an image of Mattet, and you see them discussing the fire giants, liberating them, and then using that access to push through to the rest of the city and get rid of the elves.
How many men do they have?
You see about 20, but you know that they have more that they are in touch with scattered throughout the desert. They also have a fire giant on their side.
Like it looks like they have a fire giant
you
on
don't
their side.
see him, but you just know.
When do they plan to make their move?
You see them discussing this, and you know that it is not going to be tomorrow, but the following morning. Probably very early in the day, before the sun rises.
So 2 days from now, morning.
They'll get coffee first.
Yeah, of course. Where will they get coffee?
Brunch.
Yeah, they
Can
have
I
to
make
stop
a
from-
reservation, or is it one of those walk-in places?
Blue Jam Cafe.
Hold again my little hands over your hands.
Little hands.
They're wet.
Always. Always.
Yeah,
always
when are they not?
I always keep a puddle. I always keep a puddle in my pocket.
Just to throw out.
I got a puddle in my pocket.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I like that. I like that.
That's the halfling motto.
Yeah.
Puddle in your pocket.
11 Z's and a puddle in your pocket.
What's your family's last name? What's your last name?
Longshadow.
Oh, is this the Longshadow crest, like family motto?
Oh yeah.
It's
Puddle
just
in my
like
pocket.
it's two hands cupped. It's like a little.
But the crest is like a knight ripping like a baby's head off. But below it just says puddle in my pocket.
A puddle of blood.
They look on the bright side of things, well, that was pretty terrible, but I still got a puddle in my pocket. Whoa, I went on a tangent there.
Top of the puddle to you.
Anyway,
So again, still holding him by the scruff of his neck over your scruffing. Who is their intended target?
There's a sort of scorched earth protocol in play. It's less an intended target so much as how dare the Baron and his ilk make an alliance, make an agreement, make a peace treaty with the elves. The elves have to go and the Baron has to pay. They don't seem particularly interested in who's standing in the way of that, but they don't seem particularly interested in preserving those people either.
They were trying to incite a war, right?
As far as they're concerned, the war is still going.
Oh, right. But they were like, yo, I don't like this quiet period. Let's get this,
Well, more that
terrorists, essentially.
but yeah, essentially their feeling was, and you feel this undercurrent going all throughout their brains as they think about this. This war shouldn't have ended with us ceding territory to the elves.
Got it.
That's not how the war ends. That's not their
Got it.
narrative.
Got it.
Phineas thinks about the soldiers outside the city and looks around and turns back to him, pulls him in. Riker is his name? I don't know that, I guess, really.
You do. You're in his brain.
Okay, cool.
I'll allow you to know his name through that.
He wrote it on a bunch of pieces of paper. Riker loves
Murder.
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 Kurisama.
Dear diary.
Mr. Riker murder.
Some hearts.
Where I was gonna go with this.
Some hearts around it.
And it's written in like so many different ways.
Mrs. Murder Bay.
And it's like trying to hyphenate last names.
So he, like,
Mr. Riker Murder Bay.
when he was like 12, he went up to a pile of dead bodies with like a note and was like, "Will you? Yes or no?" Okay, so
Check yes if you're into
check
me.
yes if you're into me. Pile of dead bodies.
Stood there for 4 days.
Which
So,
is
when did
horrifying.
wait. When did he become a necrophiliac?
No, he's not trying to. It's not sexual. He loves murder.
He wants to be friends.
He just wants to be friends.
Necromantic.
Listen, don't make assumptions of this man whose mind I'm inappropriately probing.
Isn't all probing inappropriate?
For sure.
True. Yes.
sure.
Unless it's consensual.
Yeah, consensual asked for probing.
Yeah, consensual mind probing. Thumbs up.
Get in there. Get in him.
it. Get in my brain.
Go ahead.
Get
Go.
in there.
I want you in there.
I want you in my brain now.
Oh God.
I'm so sorry.
Get in my moist brain.
Get it out of your system, everybody.
Okay, I gotta put it on my pocket. Here we go.
Oh God! Please let that be your like inner like rallying cry.
Instead of Leroy Jenkins, the guy
It's my Avengers Assemble. Let's wait for Arc 20, and I'll pull it out.
Phase 3.
All right. So, and kind of a final question or last question. Final sounds like murderous, but I pull them in again. I get real close. Who are the other agents you have working with you in the city?
You get the... There's almost a sense of confusion off of him. He doesn't know what you're talking about. He doesn't seem to think that they have any allies left in the city. You realize at this point that you get the sense from him that they are... Anyone who's on their side has already fled into the desert, except for the few people that Braun was working with in the city.
Or he might just not have enough information as the rest of these people.
That's another possibility.
You better answer all his questions. You can't just be sitting there in silence.
This was one of the members of the rebellion,
As you recall...
as I what I think.
Well, make an intelligence check. Make a history check, Quatra.
In history? 12.
12. You recall from before you blacked out twice that they referred to themselves as the Free Foxes when they entered. And Moon was calling this the Westbreak Resistance and seemed very confused. He had not heard the term Free Foxes before.
Certainly Moon looked like he was not in their group.
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah. Especially because Valeria was having to pull him out of the room.
Yeah, and they shot him
Yeah.
with a crossbow.
You rarely do that to your own teammates.
Well, since I've got a lot of information out of this guy...
But I like how you're doing all that just because you ask a question, pause. Ask a question, pause.
And
Ask a question.
Yeah, you're not hearing anything.
We're not getting any of this.
I'm like, good.
Yeah. Tell me what's in your brain. Sorry.
Tell me what's on your mind.
Give it to me.
Penny for your thoughts.
So since I've gotten most of the information out of him, I'm just gonna, unknowingly to you guys, I'm going to mine as far as I can into his mind, but that means he has to make a wisdom saving throw because I'm going below surface level thoughts.
Uh-oh.
DC is 14, right?
Yes.
Wisdom save. He got a 13. Yeah, you get him.
So I go all deep.
What do you want to know?
I want to know about the man with the warhammer. I want to know what he's capable of. I want to know what kind of abilities he has or where he's from. Just everything about this enemy.
Aldo Bay is like Riker, like Hector, like Cassidy, like Toshihiro, and like Braun, a member of the Bay House. They are the soldiers, they are the military, they are the people who go out and fight the elves. They were all out there on assignment, at least a number of them were, when the news came in of the peace treaty and the elves being allowed into Mattet. And Aldo made it clear to his friends this was not right, this is not true, this is perhaps some sort of ruse or trick, but the official orders came in Other soldiers began to allow it, and Aldo's fury grew, and Aldo pulled his people aside, took the people out of the ranks that he trusted, and they became insurgents. They struck out against a fire giant who was vocal in favor of an uprising. They faked his death, and he joined their cause and began to strategize with them. This is only in the last couple of days. Everyone gets a very strong feeling of unease around Aldo, but only since he found this weapon. He was out on assignment in the Kurosi Desert.
This is not his native, this is new.
This is new. This is probably within the last couple of weeks.
When Riker knew him before and then saw him after, did he see a personality change?
Not a personality change. No, he's still the same guy, and Riker still trusts him, Riker still follows him, but there is a sense of dread just being in the room with him because of this weapon.
Okay.
They don't know where he found it, but you know that... make a history check for me. Let's see how much you know automatically about Kurosi.
History check. I'm bad at it. Here we go. It's a 6.
Okay, so you're getting some of this from his brain, but Kurosi wasn't always a desert. Kurosi used to be a city. It was a flourishing city. It was a paradise. It was a hub of people, of all different heritages and different cultures and different realms. And during the collapse, it sank, leaving only a desert in its place. There are rumors of very strange artifacts still lingering under the surface of the sands, as well as monsters and other just general mayhem and badness. On one of his missions, Aldo came back with this weapon.
And he didn't say where it was from or what it was.
He's the commanding officer. Riker didn't ask.
And it has blue gems.
No, blue runes inscribed into it that are just always glowing.
Anything else distinguishing?
Nothing that he understands. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
14?
14. You know that the design of the weapon is not human, it's not elven, and you don't think it's dwarven. You don't know beyond that.
So not elven, human, or dwarven.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that pretty much everything I know about Aldo Bay? From
Generally, yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously, tons more to know about him and his relationship with Riker, but obviously I'm just looking for threats.
Yes.
I
I would say that maybe what I will allow is that there may be occasions where you might kind of recall some information that you learned but haven't yet processed.
Yeah, because with this, I think, especially because I'm a low enough level, that I'm not very good at this yet. And I'm pulling back stuff with me that I don't necessarily know that I've grabbed.
I think, yeah, it's almost like you're pulling a file onto your hard drive from another hard drive, and occasionally you'll open it up again and go, oh, I didn't know this aspect about him, but...
I'm making a weird brain copy.
Yeah.
That's unsettling. Yeah, and then I pull out of his mind.
Okay.
Okay.
And he now has a look of realization in his mind. You know that now he's aware that he thought he was resisting interrogation this entire time, and he realizes how much information
I have.
He doesn't know what you have, but he knows that you know about Aldo.
Mm-hmm.
He can only guess at what else.
All right, I'm going to take a minute here and sit down, and I just squat on the floor, legs crossed.
Wait, so what did you learn?
There's a military group that this man, his name's Riker, is part of. They're apparently led by a man named Aldo Bay. He is wielding some kind of hammer. It could be magical. I'm not entirely sure. I don't recognize the runes. They're not human, elven, dwarven.
Can you draw the runes?
Yeah, I think I can. Does anyone have a piece of paper? Oh, I have paper. I have musical sheets. And I pull out of my bag, and I just sketch the runes from memory.
Make a history or arcana check. Your choice.
Okay. They're both the same. Bad. I want to help everybody with this. So I'm going to use an inspiration to re-roll this.
Okay.
Can I... No, I already rolled badly. I can't do that. I was going to say, can I play a little tune for myself to help myself with bardic inspiration?
You can't inspire yourself anyway.
Oh, that's correct. That's a very good mechanic. Good job.
I think you can at higher levels, or maybe certain bards can, but I don't think
that's really strong. If you
definitely not at your level.
No, that's a good call. Use my inspiration to re-roll that. Oh, that's a 4. I think maybe I just need time, but I think I'm just still shaky from just doing that.
You're also limited to a certain degree by Riker's understanding of them.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. This is the most I'm getting, and I know it looks pretty much just like a hammer.
Looks like a turtle.
It's a hammer. I mean, that's not its head.
No,
that's
look,
a handle.
Look, that's the shell, and there's a little tail.
Yeah, I
Do
get
I
it.
recognize the runes?
I would say no,
Okay.
not with that roll. I don't think there's anything
Okay.
really of note. It sort of looks like sort of squiggles or curves. Like
Okay.
it looks like writing in a language that you're guessing at the alphabet for.
Oh, okay.
So this man and his warrior band, about 20 of them, are going to try to attack the city. And by the way, they also have a fire giant with them. A fire giant that looks like to be on their side. It looks like they're masking the breakout attempt for the fire giants is really just a way for them to get into the city, and it seems like just absolutely cause major damage and havoc.
Quatra, you recall in your conversation with Zal, she mentioned that her brother was slain out in the desert.
Yeah, I figured that was her brother.
I think the point is that this guy is bad news, and I was getting some weird feelings off of that hammer. Apparently Riker was, which means I was as well. It's probably magical. It could be potentially cursed, and we have no idea what the capabilities. I've never fought a fire giant. Has anybody here fought a fire giant before?
Have I fought a fire giant before?
I don't believe so.
Oh, nope.
No.
I've only just met one today.
Okay, so I think we've got a pretty sizable opponent on our hands here, and I think
Sizable.
that's pretty good. I think we need to let the city guard know, like, the fire giant issue is a meaningful issue, but these people intend to come in and cause a lot of bloodshed and kill people, innocent people.
Do we trust the city guard?
I
We were
mean-
just about to join a rebellion. Actually, we already had joined it.
Oh my God, Moon! We gotta check on him.
Oh shit, Moon and Valyria.
Someone watch this guy.
He's not going.
Oh right. Why? What happened to him?
I paralyzed him.
You what?
Yes, he's paralyzed. Can't you see
Oh, that's
it?
why he wasn't moving. Wow. Okay.
And then I slap his chest. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
A tear starts to roll down
gonna
Riker's cheek.
This monk who was probably used to his whole life, like flipping and jumping and backflipping. Okay. And I push past and go to find Moon to see what's going on with him.
Yeah, as you make an investigation check. Let's see how long it takes you to find. Or
Mike,
perception.
Please
Actually,
stop picking all the skills I'm bad at.
actually,
Can I look?
it would be perception.
Can I look?
Sure.
No. It's an 8 with my +5.
I got a 17.
Yeah, you follow the blood trail, and you follow to, well, he did have a
Yeah.
crossbow bolt through his ribs.
Yeah.
And you find that in the kitchen, Valeria is like standing behind like the island of the kitchen, and she's just holding like 4 knives, 2 in each hand.
Whoa. Everything's okay. They're dead. One of them is mostly neutralized. We're fine.
Drops the knives on the counter and gestures you over.
I'll go over and I'll cast Cure Wounds on Moon.
Yeah, you bend down and you see that he is sort of sweaty and pale, and he has a wet towel across his forehead as he's sort of lying slumped on the ground.
Nice. That's a 10.
That is the amount of damage he took. So you pull the bolt out, and he lets out a yell, and then you cast your spell. What does it look like when you cast Cure Wounds?
It's just like a typical little like magic glow around my hand. It's nothing as like fancy. As,
And as you pull away, there's a sort of like a scabbed over wound. It's still gonna heal in its own time, but you've essentially accelerated the healing process by like 2 weeks. So, and he goes, I didn't know. I didn't promise. I didn't know this was going to happen.
It's okay, Moon. We obviously didn't have any idea either. Do you know about Aldo Bay? Is this your comrade or person you're working with?
I know the name from Braun, but I have not dealt with him myself. No.
No rumors or anything about him or his capabilities in war?
I know that he's a powerful general and a radical.
Okay.
Does he work for the... Oh, hello, I'm in here too.
Oh, hey, Quatra.
Quatra.
Does he work for the city?
He did.
I mean, he still does in
Well,
name.
In name, yes, he is a member of the Bay House. They are They are the soldiers.
They're the military force of the city.
Yes.
What kind of tactician are we talking about? You said he was a general. I mean, was he known for sieging cities, raiding...
Protecting Mattet from the elves.
So-
Staging attacks on elven soldiers in the desert.
So it's fair to say that this guy knows the ins and outs of the city pretty well if he was defending it.
Yes. As well as paths through the desert.
Okay, so we're trying to defend a city from a guy who knows how to protect it.
Cool. I'm here too now.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Althea.
We still need to understand what we were rebelling against.
We had discussed the fire giants, if you recall.
Yes.
We need to get them out of the city.
Is that it? Is that what this rebellion is about?
Well, that's what my rebellion was about.
Wait a second. This is a perfect opportunity. The fire giant is coming to free the other fire giants, or maybe, whatever. That's the assumption I'm drawing on here. If we free the fire giants first, that takes the wind out of his sails. They lose their fire giant buddy, or they're going to have to fight him. Either way, we are one less fire giant in this fight.
Yeah, well, we don't have a lot of time because the grave wind is coming.
Yeah, in 2 days, which is when they plan to attack. I'm sorry, I got this all from this guy's mind. They're planning to attack in 2 days in the morning.
Speaking of that guy, did we not just say our entire plan and everything we know in front of him?
As Quatra indicated, I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Well, he might not be able to walk, but he can speak, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but if we leave him somewhere where nobody is, then he's not going to have anybody to talk to.
Like the jacuzzi.
Are you into this guy now?
It's true. We don't use the jacuzzi in the winter.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the best time, you know what I mean? A little hot and
That's
cold.
kind of what the purpose is.
Here's the problem.
I like it.
We can't
hot.
give him
Oh, okay.
We can't give... If we don't trust the local government, we can't give him as a prisoner to the local government.
Well, we don't trust the local government and how they've dealt with the policies around the fire giants, but we can trust the local government to defend the people, I think. And I think we can annex the fire giant component of this and just focus on the fact that there's a military force about to attack.
We could do that, yes. But also, I'm afraid that he would speak to the authorities about us.
True.
We may not be able to... I'm not saying we kill him.
So we need to hold him hostage, like in our quarters.
Sure. We could hold him as prisoner.
And Valeria says, I don't know that I'm super comfortable with that.
With what? Holding him hostage here?
I mean, holding him he's... If I'm to understand, we're discussing a rebellion, and beyond that, a terrorist. I think we need to turn him over.
But if we turn him over, it will potentially damage our element of surprise against these,
I suppose we could wait a day.
Can't we turn him over sneakily and not like a public manner?
But he could still talk about us.
Yeah, the point is that he'll talk.
They'll ask, "Hey, how'd you get paralyzed?"
Let's just wait a day.
We can't wait any more time. We have 2 days.
No. I mean, before we hand him in.
Well, Valeria was here. She saw the whole thing. You would defend us, would you not?
I would speak on your behalf.
Well, this is a good question. Valeria, all things considered and why we came here tonight, how are you feeling about the situation? I was just telling them out in the living room, but I'll catch you up right now. I catch her up on everything.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, I think we're in a rough spot here.
Listen, the matter with the giants is... It's not... I'm not comfortable with it exactly, but I don't know that I knew the full details. I still don't know that I do. I'd like to know more before any discussion of overturning the primary method of transport in and out of the city.
You do realize you just described the primary method of transport are, in fact, people, right? Like, those are people down there.
We were raised to believe
Mm-hmm.
that we had an arrangement with them. That's what we're taught as children.
Okay, you were taught that. Do you think you have an arrangement, quote unquote?
I want to talk to one of them.
Come on, Valeria. You know
I want to
what's
talk.
going on.
I want to
down
talk to
there.
one of them. Let me talk to one of them about it.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting. I don't know that I can trust the authority of the rebels, given their actions.
That wasn't our rebels. That was other rebels.
I understand that, Quatra, and I appreciate that there are now more factions at play. I would like to speak with one of the giants before determining that. But that's setting that aside a moment. There is a terrorist threat against my city. I can't be silent on this.
I think that's totally fair. But we are dealing with a military force that knows your city in and out.
Yes. But my family are the guards of this city. He may protect the ranks and he may protect the walls, but my people protect the people.
Okay.
We know it well.
Oh, that's the distinction between your families.
Yes.
So he's involved with outside of the city and you're involved with inside.
Yes, it's not uncommon for them to have to fall back, and certainly they live in the city. They barracks here, but trust me, trust my family.
Do we think
I trust you. I like what you're saying.
Do we think it's a coincidence that he's making an attack the same day that the Grave Winds are coming? Like,
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think this is totally planned. I think that, like, what?
It's almost like there's like this one person like orchestrating and creating the entire world.
Yeah, 100%. It's like somebody else is in charge. We need to think about that. I have these tinfoil hats that I'm handed you.
oh, they fit so comfortably.
Oh God, they put on the tinfoil hats and they walked out of the room and they're playing at a different table now.
I feel like people rolling these like weird stones with numbers on them and determines everything we do.
Well, this game is over.
Well, it was a great campaign with you guys. I hope you enjoyed playing with the Moist Boys.
Moist boys!
And that's what killed it.
My name is Chad, and I played Jeremy.
Oh God.
My name is Jeremy, and I play Chad.
Hi, I'm Becky. I play Hillary.
I'm Clarence.
Nailed
I've been
it.
doing this American accent for years. I played J. Jones.
You were starting to say a different point, I think.
Yes, I think is 1,000% a coincidence. I think something is amiss.
Wait, it is a coincidence or it isn't?
It is a coincidence.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. It is not a coincidence. It's planned. Sorry.
This is 1,000% a coincidence.
This is 1,000% a conspiracy.
To
is
be
what I meant.
100% on a coincidence is impressive.
This is not a coincidence. This is totally planned. I think we should talk to Bjorn Bay. You know,
Wasn't he the bad?
The head of the
Wasn't he
guards?
the one with the
Yeah,
hammer?
he's the one with the hammer.
no, Aldo Bay is the one with the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, if this isn't part of their plan, we don't have anything to worry about. They're done. They're going to be outside when a grave wind hits. If this is part of their plan, and we put soldiers on the walls defending the city, they're going to be outside when the grave wind hits. Like, this is a no-win scenario, or a very win if they're idiots. But I have a feeling that this is in line with whatever they have planned.
Yeah. The problem is, as a player, I don't think Mike would ever go like, oops, I accidentally killed all my guys with a grave wind.
This is Phineus speaking in character.
Feel free to make the decision
Without
in
the
character.
knowledge of outside game mechanics.
But we literally just put on our tin hats.
Oh, man.
You're welcome.
I don't believe in coincidence.
See?
What's a coincidence?
Exactly.
It's like when two things happen at the same time and they're way too related to be like.
That's not a coincidence. A coincidence is when two things happen that have nothing to do with each
Okay,
other.
you know what I mean. Though.
It's like when
Althea doesn't know what coincidences are. Apparently,
I know this. We were trying to explain it to her.
It's like when a squirrel checks for nuts in the tree, and the tree's full of stored nuts. That's not a coincidence. It was storing them.
I don't understand.
Coincidences are hard.
Apparently,
And it's not a coincidence that... Nope, I couldn't finish that thought.
no.
Moist boys, let's... Listen. Okay, so what do we do? If we notify the city, do we also tell them about the grave wind? Because I think that's a
Yes.
really important fact.
We need to tell them about the Gravewind.
We
Yes,
definitely have
I
to
think
tell
we
them.
can trust Bjorn Bay.
So we need to take the elf citizens to a secure location, not outside.
Wait, we can't be in charge of all the elf citizens.
No, but we have to inform them to take them somewhere safe because, look, if I'm this guy, right, and I'm going into the city and I have control or ability to move through these grave winds somehow, right, maybe a hammer, that means that they can go in and out of buildings and homes at will while we cannot, and they can just kill whoever. We need to contain the target and control the situation.
Might be a little dangerous to put all the elves in one place.
Why?
Because he could just kill them all.
Yeah.
Right, but
In that one place.
Look, the city should decide what to do with the elves. Our job is to inform them the grave wind is coming.
That's definitely rule number 1.
Yep.
I don't know if we have enough information to make up an elaborate plan on how the city can protect themselves.
That's what I'm saying. That's not our job. That's their job.
We've only just arrived here. We don't know what sort of protection they have set up. We don't know what kind of safeties they seem to want to use.
I'm literally agreeing with you. It's not our job.
I am backing you up and speaking
okay.
to Phineas. I don't know why you keep thinking I'm like... I don't understand.
no, look.
Are you still mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at
Why are you both mad at each other?
I'm just frustrated all the time.
Your hair's smoking, Althea.
So, hold on a second. This is our responsibility. We know about this. We can do something about this.
It's not our job.
It doesn't matter if it's our
We can't
job.
protect an entire race of elves in one city. We need to tell the people in charge.
Well, hold on. What is our job? Is our job freeing fire giants? Because we just came to
We
this
don't
party to
have
do
jobs.
that.
We're 4 random people that got put together and got stuck up in this mess.
I'm unemployed.
Phineas, you're saying it's our responsibility, and there are different ways of actions to take responsibility. I am choosing to take this responsibility to speak to someone, such as the Baron or whoever Valeria says we should, and take that. There are different ways of responsibility, and I don't believe our responsibility is to take control of the city and do a plan we don't know that we have.
I agree with that. What I meant is, and I apologize if I misunderstood this, I was assuming that we were just, when you were citing that we just notify the city, is that we just wipe our hands and we're done with it. What I'm saying is we help. We notify the city, yes, I agree, but I think we have to help. There's a lot of tension in this city towards the people in the city and outside the city, and I think we can assist in either hopefully massaging those tensions and dealing with this problem. And I know it's not our job.
Not my job, not my problem.
Not my chin, not my problem. Walk down the walkway.
But this is quite...
I'm with you. I'm
But
with you.
What if our help is unwanted and unnecessary? There are times when there are just too many people in one place and too many...
I agree.
And I think we should present this problem and offer our assistance, and if they say no thank you, I think we should move on.
Yes.
And Phineas doesn't really have any words. I'm sorry. I think I misread our situation. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of people here. We can't do everything. I'm sorry. I grew up with different stories about people and what they do in these types of situations. And yeah, I guess we're not.
Well,
those people.
it's good of you to admit you're wrong. So I'm going to tell you now I'm in a lot of pain. But
Oh, right.
I'm hurting a little bit.
Okay. Oh, Quatra, I pat you and give you another cure wounds.
Oh. And I think that we're going to do the best we can.
Okay. Yeah.
We can't be heroes all the time. It's
Well,
exhausting.
we could start.
We already have. What do you think we've been doing?
We call ourselves the Moist Boys. We help people when we can.
We don't have to be all things to all people.
I get down on my knees in front of Phineas. Not like in a demeaning way. I just want to be face to face.
Oh my God, it's a full 360.
I don't know these stories you speak of. I feel like something I said very much hurt you, and I'm sorry for that.
No, it's not what you said. I misread what we're doing. I grew up with a lot of stories from before the collapse.
What are you talking about?
What are these stories?
Story.
I'm looking for is Ivy there?
Oh, Lady Thorn Fox!
Welcome to Friday Night Quest. It's me, Mike Christensen, your host, and also your Dungeon Master. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back to the episode in just a moment, but first, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who left us an iTunes written review. We had a contest going to get to 50 reviews, and when we did so, we would randomly select one of our reviewers to win a dice box signed by each of the guests from the Velvet League campaign. You have reached that goal. Thank you so much. We did that because these written reviews really help people find the show, and you all delivered. We've reached our goal, so we are going to announce a winner from the contest. History_1over is the winner of the contest. Thank you so much, History. Please send us an email at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com with your name and your address, and we will get that prize out to you right away. I have one more major announcement, but before I get to it, just a reminder that Mortals Descent of the Gods, the board game we created about a year ago, is on our website. If you go to patreon.com/shop, you can get a copy of the game for yourself. It is a lot of fun. You play as Egyptian, Norse, and Greek gods who have fallen to the earth, but now you are rising up to take your power back, fighting monsters through the halls of a museum and trying to get artifacts to make yourselves more powerful. It's rad. It's the best. Go get the game. We spent a lot of time on it. We are really, really proud of it. You can be a part of it. You can help save the world if you go to partialarc.com/shop. Another way to support the show is through Patreon. We are at patreon.com/FridayNightQuests, and we have 3 reward tiers. Our $2 a month tier is Bardic Inspiration, where we read your name aloud on the show. At $5 a month, you gain access to Detect Magic. That allows you to hear all the bonus episodes that we have on our Patreon exclusively. We have a Bahamutmas-themed adventure going right now, a new episode of that coming very soon. So go ahead and join us at $5 a month on Patreon to hear those episodes. At $10 a month, you gain access to Suggestion. You get to put words in our players' mouths. And in the next episode after this one, you're going to hear a couple of those. They are a lot of fun. Once again, that's a great way to help support the show. Even if you don't have the money, we understand. Times can be tough. There is another way that you can help us out and maybe even hear your name on the show. In July, we're going to be recording some episodes that have a few team members joining the party. There's a group of people who are going to be helping them out on a task. And we need some names, and we're going to be pulling those from people who tweet about the show over the next few weeks. So start tweeting about the show using the hashtag Friday Night Quests, and we will use your names as crew members on this mission. You'll be hearing those probably in late August, but we're going to be recording in July, so get those tweets in right away. We'll be following the hashtag, and if you can talk about the show and tweet about the show, that helps new people find it, and we're going to reward you by making your name associated with our little band of heroes. It will appear on the show. So that is a great way to help us grow, and perhaps hear your nom de plume pop up spoken by some of our characters. Thank you so much for everything, for your support. Our next episode is coming on June 24th. Until next time, kick some ass, take some names. Bye.
Oh yeah. Also, you get like 11 hit points. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, and I stand up and I throw open the door.
Well, so you rush out.
Yeah.
So you guys are in the kitchen in the back of the building.
Yeah.
She sees a lot of dead bodies.
You rush out past the man lying prone on the table.
Yep.
Over the bodies of
Yep.
the other individuals, and you open the door.
Yes.
Ivy, and you see Lady Thorn.
It doesn't open, it falls inward.
You pull it open, and it sort of falls off the hinges and hits the ground. You see that she's wearing a very nice dress that has been torn on the edges and on the hems, and it's sort of braided with little stones. It's not that dissimilar from what you wore last night
Okay.
with your sort of style. It's been like braided
look
with
at
flowers.
Got it. Okay.
Trendsetter.
I'm sorry, it feels like I'm interrupting
You're
something.
not interrupting anything. I'm so sorry. Am I late to
This is... Ivy,
Yes, Valinda.
there are dead men in this room.
Oh yes, we were having a party.
I come in and put a sheet over one of the bodies.
Oh, I thought you were saying you put it over Riker, who's just sitting paralyzed.
That too. I fold up the dining room linen over his body.
He goes,
and I wave at the lady.
Yes, I was party hopping.
I look at Lady Thorn and I'm like, hello.
Now, she is not lying. Does she need to roll some sort of deception? Because it's true in her words.
I don't know what the objective of that role would be, Jay.
I know. What I'm saying is she's trying to understand. I guess, yeah. She sees all the dead bodies.
You were next. Did you want to go? We can leave.
She turns.
Oh, no.
She runs.
As soon as she runs, I'm going to try to sleep her.
Dart through the neck.
No. We don't need any more of that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to sleep her.
I just realized my word
Good
choice
lord.
of you were next.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I think it's wisdom.
Hopefully she's not wise.
It's a natural 18.
Ah, damn, that's better than mine. Good, I made it worse. Okay, last spell I can use. I'm gonna do hold person.
Okay. It's another wisdom saving throw.
Yes, it is.
That is not enough. She does not make the save.
Hug person.
So just as she's sprinting away, one bit of magic and my last bit of magic.
And she just stops, like her body freezes in midair. She's in running mode, and she just topples to the ground,
Oh, no.
still locked in the running pose.
Lady Thorn doesn't fuck. She is fucked.
That was good.
So I will motion
I like that.
I'll motion to Ivy.
Yes.
Follow me. I need your help.
Okay.
And then I take her by the legs and go grab her arms.
All right. I put my arms under her arms.
Now we're going back into the mansion.
Belinda, I'm so sorry I'm late for your party. It could not be helped, but
This would be terrifying. For a person to come, like, be like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm late for your party. Welcome to this house full of corpses."
Welcome to a little carnival. Oh, God.
The party's only just begun.
We're talking marionettes now.
So you bring her into the building.
yes.
What do you do with the door?
I put it back up on its hinges,
Okay.
rested against it.
Oh, my God. Should you druid craft, like, hinges?
I don't know if I could do that. I druid craft a little flower on the door and offer.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay,
concentrating, and it only lasts for like another 30
Okay,
seconds.
so we put her down on the thing, and I start druid crafting
On one of the couches.
One of the couches, and druid crafter was like, "Oh, here's a flower. I'm sorry I didn't bring it. Like, I'm so sorry I'm late." And I just kind of like stick it like in her little like pocket.
I have 10 seconds.
I bend down to her and I say, "If you run, I'm going to punch you in the throat."
No,
I'll make sure he won't
say
do that. You're a
that.
friend.
At this point, the spell ends.
Yep.
Don't run.
I'm sorry. If there's something that I wasn't meant to know, this is not my business, obviously. I want to go. Oh.
It's just a party, Valinda. I don't understand why you're so upset.
It's a party where we almost got killed.
We were attacked. Althea, or what's your name?
Valinda Thorn.
Right.
I'm afraid we haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, I am Quatra
It's a pleasure.
of the Velosian Monastery.
Okay, all right.
And I will punch you in the throat if you try to run.
I'm sorry.
But-
Listen, hold on.
I stand protectively in front of her, and I'm like, Valinda, I would not let them hurt you.
Unless she ran.
Not even then.
Make a persuasion roll. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a disadvantage.
No.
Now-
No way.
No.
I hold up one of the lamps and I punch it and I go,
One.
"This is you."
One is a natural 20,
If you run.
One's a natural 20.
which
okay.
is heartbreaking,
Yeah.
and the other's a 5.
Okay. All right.
I lift up another lamp and punch that one too. That's if you run.
Please stop breaking my things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
I'm
sort of
sorry,
standing
man.
in the doorway behind
Your
you.
boyfriend is mad that you're breaking his shit.
Valinda, let Lord Moon explain the situation. I'm sorry that I had to do that. It's just you were going to run and freak people out and cause a problem that probably could have complicated what could put a lot of people's lives in danger.
Including yours.
Moon, can you explain everything to Valinda on what's going on?
I suppose, the general... May I have a moment with you privately, Phineas?
Sure.
It's okay. I can tell her.
Thank you, Ivy. Phineas, if I can have well, actually, Ivy, if you could hold on a moment. Phineas, can I speak with you?
Yeah, sure.
Takes you back into the kitchen. I don't know if telling the town gossip what's going on is the best idea.
Oh, that's right. She's the town gossip. Well, here's the thing. The town gossip just walked into a house filled with 5 dead bodies, a paralyzed man, and just saw me paralyze her and bring her inside by force. What story do we want to be spinning here? And the point is, we're going to be notifying the guard of this issue anyways. She's just going to spread it faster.
That's a fair point.
And also, question, the gossip she spreads, is it usually found as fact, or do people typically write it off?
She generally tells people information that benefits her to have out there.
But I mean, do people take it at face value? Is it real? Is it usually true?
my understanding is that, yes, generally it's true.
Okay. Well, Lord Moon, this is your home. I mean, I don't think we should detain her here, but what else are we going to do? She's got to know something. Otherwise, she's going to run around town saying that we murdered 5 people in your house. Actually, just say that, these people came into your house to attack you and we defended you. That's easy enough.
All right.
And I paralyzed her temporarily via magic to explain the situation so she didn't run off and tell everybody that we murdered a bunch of people.
She doesn't... We're not on the best terms. I don't know if I'm the person to tell her.
This is your house, though. You can at least give a situation, like what happened. This is your home.
I can't.
I'm the person that just paralyzed her. She's very not going to trust me.
Is there someone in your group that she would trust?
You hear a lamp breaking in the other room. That would be your throat.
Oh my
if you run.
I think we have lost a lot of credibility at this point, is what I'm trying to say. And
At this point, you think we've lost a
For
lot
sure.
of credibility?
But look, if she doesn't like you, which it seems is what you're indicating, then she doesn't have a reason to distrust you. She might not like you, but she'll believe you.
Perhaps. All right. And he walks forward into the other room.
At this point, you see Ivy talking to Valinda.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes, well, I was on my way to your house, and then I just hear this voice in my head that said, Ivy, please come in and help us. And I turn around, and I turn into a horse. I think I mentioned to you I can turn into animals.
Yes, I don't know if I'd really pictured what it would look like.
But I point to the hole in the wall. I did that over there. And all these people were attacking my friends. It was awful. And I did help. I attacked. I don't know how much. I don't know. Did I hurt somebody when I was a horse?
Yeah,
Yes.
you ran someone over.
I hurt somebody as a
Yes.
horse.
Can you not remember things when you're another animal?
I was mostly focused on Quatra, how he seemed to be hurt. That was my goals were Phineus needs me, and then Quatra needed me, and I'm not so yes, I did hurt somebody as a horse, but I think they're all hurt. I think they're all dead. But I did not see what happened. But
I'm not dead.
Oh no, he woke up.
Are you okay?
Well,
No.
he's paralyzed.
How are you emotionally?
What?
Not good.
I can't help you with that. I'm very sorry. But yes.
I can go punch him unconscious.
This was quite the party, Valinda. What did you have planned for our party?
I assure you, not this. A different thing.
Oh. I've been talking to them all day about mating, right?
Oh no.
Well, I don't know that I'd consider anything quite so permanent, but the act, I suppose, yeah.
Right. And that's a party? How many different kinds of parties are there? This is one kind, I'm assuming. That must be another.
There are many types of parties. Like if you say, you into partying, that could mean something very different than let's go to a party.
Would that be closer to this kind of party or Valinda's kind of party?
Well, it seems like she does like to party, so yes.
All right, Valinda, if you're feeling better, you do look a little less pale, we can go to your house and party next.
I'm gonna need you to make a just general persuasion check. Just see how she's doing.
Oh, okay. 17.
All right, let's see. See how she's doing. She nods. Who exactly were these men that attacked you?
Assassins?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like they're like a gang?
I think they were mainly those people who don't
Rebels.
rebels who don't like elves. And I'm an elf, and they didn't like me or Quatra.
Teenagers. They were rebellious teenagers.
Hooligans.
Okay, I'm gonna step in here. We didn't murder a bunch of teenagers. See this? That's a grown man right there.
I
Like
said
that's
rebels.
not a teenager. I'm responding to Quatra's statement that we murdered a bunch of teenagers, saying this directly to the town gossip.
Oh, yes, I suppose that's true. I don't know who they were.
You look very not well, friend.
Oh, I'm feeling a lot better.
I did
You're
give him.
soaked in blood.
Oh, that. No, I'm fine. I almost died twice.
Oh, I forgot. And I'm going to do cure wounds
she
on
got me.
Quatra.
She
Got you already?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm going to and then not do it.
But I have blood all over my tunic.
Oh. Well, I don't have prestidigitation, so I'm not a wizard, Harry.
I should change my clothes, yes. And I suppose you're free to go?
Well, why don't we postpone our rendezvous? I think that I need some time
Okay.
to sort of process.
All right. I mean,
It's a lot to take in.
I understand that this was quite the party.
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got to punch this guy unconscious. And I go over and punch through the... I punch through the linens. Non-lethal.
Okay.
Valinda, you are obviously, when he said free to go, of course you are. We just wanted to properly explain the situation. It's getting late. Honestly, I would suggest that you go home.
I don't know what I thought was going to happen.
Come on, Mike.
Go ahead and finish.
Go home, relax, enjoy the evening. Don't think about this anymore, at least for 8 hours.
And never sell death sticks ever again.
She nods. Right, I think that would do me very well. Ivy, I'll send someone to you tomorrow. I'll save some food for you.
Okay. And I druid craft some flowers behind her ear.
Oh, thank you.
Come. Like, I'm so sorry I couldn't make it to your party tonight.
I understand. Let's not think about it.
Alrighty.
I'm going to go. Farewell. And I'll see you. I hope to see you again soon. Maybe we can do something tomorrow.
Possibly.
Well, we'll figure it out. I'm glad you're... And she takes your hands. I'm glad you're safe.
Oh, you're so kind.
None of us are safe.
Well, all right. I'm...
But she doesn't need to think about that right now. She's going to go home and have a nice relaxing
Have
evening.
a wonderful night, everyone. Takes the door and it slams against the ground again.
I'll lift it up and close it behind her.
I don't know why she left. She only just arrived.
She's probably just going to take the night easy, you know?
I pick up another lamp and I go, this is what I was going to do to her.
How many lamps have you destroyed in this room? It's his place.
It's going to be very dark tonight.
Well, yeah, and the night is dark.
Yes, it's frightening.
And full of broken doors.
And full of sex noises.
And broken
Yeah.
lamps. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we'll leave you to it. I
Yep.
hope you have a servant that might come by and
Sounds
clean
good.
some of this up. You've got a very nice home.
I had told them to take the night off. I was having a secret meeting tonight.
Yeah.
I
With
didn't,
whom?
With you all.
Oh, well. I mean, we
Even
know
I
how
knew
that
that.
went.
So I guess that's it.
This was quite the party. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Lord Moon, he's still alive. The one on the table. The rest,
Oh,
I'm sure you
right.
can figure out how to get rid of this action.
Oh.
Yeah, you're like a noble. They have people for this kind of stuff, right? Someone dies at a dinner party. They don't want anybody to know about it. You know, one of those kind of things.
He turns.
Yeah,
and-
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
He turns and goes, well, of course we would call the city guard if that ever happened, and looks at Valeria.
Good thing it never happened.
Never happens, of course. I wouldn't have any contingencies. I have a lot of questions now.
Well, I don't think now's the time to get them all answered. So
Yeah, another day, another time, another
I
session.
think we should probably go home and rest this off.
Turn in.
Maybe plan tomorrow on how we're going to address this. We have 2 days.
One day, really, in the end.
Right, we have a day to deal with it, and then the following morning, it's the time.
Get coffee, eat breakfast, maybe.
Continental breakfast.
Continental.
Yeah. I like those little dry pastries.
I like those little like Belgian waffle makers. You
Yeah.
can, like,
The
spin
ti-
it.
the
Hey, you
bagel,
can pour the syrup in.
bagel that's like that big.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a tiny little.
Yeah, a little bagel.
Oh, and Lord
Like
Moon,
a
I'm
half bagel.
going to take some of these appetizers and wine with us, because I assume this was for us, and
It
we never
was,
ate all of
yes,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Althea's already walking out. And she goes, "Give me the cheese."
Oh, I'm going to take the kusarigami.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Sweet.
And, while I'm at it, I'm going to pat some pockets.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Puddles in all of them.
Yeah, everyone's just got puddles.
The puddle pranksters.
You get Pete's.
Puddle pantsers.
Ah, damn it, it was the puddle pranksters again.
Those puddle pocketeers.
As you search the bodies,
Oh.
you find money. 10, 20. Oh, yeah, I think they all have 10 gold in traveling money. So, yeah, you have 60 gold.
I will share that with
Holy
the
crap,
group
60 gold.
for the Moist Boys Bank.
Do I see any fish hooks?
No, not this
Darn
time.
But I will take that kusarigami.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. It functions as a sickle with a range of 10 feet.
Wow, I literally just doubled my money.
Wow.
Wait, so how much money do
Oh,
we
wait,
get?
Althea already left, so.
We each oh, well, I
Nothing
guess
for
we
me.
each get 20 gold then.
You also find a flail.
This is the first gold I have.
Oh, my God. You don't even know what they are.
I don't know what it... Oh, I have a rough idea of it. I know I could play coins with this.
Oh.
You can play
It's amazing if you made your way through your life for the last 90 years just being invited to dinner parties by animals. You've never had to buy anything.
You find a few decks of playing cards and some dice. You find a rapier, 3 daggers, a short bow, another dagger, a battle axe, a great sword, they've all got crossbows, light crossbows on all of them, a club, a flail, a javelin, another dagger, a dart, the kusarigami, long bow, 2 scimitars, 2 short swords. And a
You guys should have all that
partridge.
stuff.
I think that, yeah, I'm
Althea.
not going to have any use for it
Althea
myself.
can have all those weapons.
I don't need any of those weapons. I
feel
have
like Quatra just
I have
comes-
4 weapons.
So I just goes like carrying like arms full of white
You want
weapons
arms?
and like
These
take
are all
these.
yours.
How do I hold all these weapons?
These are yours.
First Phineus with his loot. Now
As you're all walking out, a well-dressed young man, probably no more than 25,
Is he human?
human,
Okay.
walks up to you all and goes, yes, are you... I'm not sure if you're certain about the directions, but,
Oh, no.
Lord Devereaux's house is actually this one over here.
another party. Yes, let's go.
We hadn't received confirmation on whether you were attending.
We're
yeah,
coming.
RSVP Althea +3, please. I guess +4.
I'm sorry, what?
We're going to Lord Devereaux's.
All right, we'll cut it there. Thanks for listening to Friday Night Quests. Your heroes will return in 2 weeks. Ivy is played by Amanda Joy Condon. You can follow her on Twitter at Amanda Joy. That's spelled Joy. Althea is played by Hilary Levi. You can follow her on Twitter at Hilary Levi. Phineus is played by Jay Jones. You can follow him on Twitter at JAwesomeJones and on his other podcasts Roll the Seas and Wrath and Story. Quatra is played by Jeremy Fox. You can follow him on Twitter at JLeeFox. I'm Mike Christensen, and I'm on Twitter at SuperGeekMike. Our theme song was composed by Khyle Fryer. He writes fantastic tracks for your D&D games, among other things, so follow him on SoundCloud for more great musical content. This episode included music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. This episode also included ambient sound from TabletopAudio.com. Are you interested in bonus episodes of Friday Night Quests, the kind you won't hear anywhere else? How about exclusive access to our Dungeon Master notes? You can find that and more by supporting our show at patreon.com/Friday Night Quests. We also have an online store. If you visit the merch link on our website, you can go to our Redbubble shop and get t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, phone cases, and so much more. If you like our show, we recommend you check out Wrath and Story, a hilarious RPG show set in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. Jay Jones and Andrew Dickinger, along with their Servo Skull Daniel Fernandez, bounce from one crazy adventure to the next, hoping for fortune, glory, and decent dice rolls. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and until next time, play fair and have fun. Never